All right, all you, girlfriend.
All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to week 11. Can you guys even believe this is week 11? So excited for tonight's call. Welcome to week 11 of the Fast Track Race to Executive calls. And I'm going to go ahead and start out with recognition tonight. So we have, I cannot even believe, this is like a wallpaper on my phone of all the stuff that's going on with the team. So congrats to everybody ahead of time, but I'm going to go ahead and read, and as usual, I apologize for butchering anybody's names. I'll do my best, but here we go. We're going to start with Team Lauren tonight, and so we've got Renelle Ryan, a massive enroller, week 3 in Isagenix, and we'll be halfway to Crystal Director this week. That's amazing. Hosting her first virtual party next week. Way to go, Renelle. The $1 Million Challenge. Many are crushing it. There's Jen and Adam Feitcher, over 200 points. Jules Hansen, Melanie Quinlan, Rachel Meyer, Miranda Meyer, Laura Laurie, Sarah Slutz, Alyssa Grebe, Kristen Burgess, Tracy Whiteley, Megan Sweeney, and Christina Lindquist. Wow. Way to go, you guys. Top enrollers, we've got Renelle Ryan, Bianca Visa, Elise Marchese, Christine Lindquist, and then a happy birthday, happy 60th birthday to Lori Von Bullow. That's awesome. Way to go, Team Lauren. Okay, on to Team Betsy. We've got tasting parties that were held this past week. Sandy Gilman, Kathy Malott, and April Cialana. Way to go, you guys. Kathy Malott got double PIBs, and Candace Rodriguez enrolled too. People enrolling this past week on Team Betsy, we've got Noelle Kowalik, Sandy Gilman, Betsy Frame, Liz Morris, Christine Deal, Barb McDonald, Haley Sugar, Dylan Hansen, Mary Mathael, Dolores Lecomte, Shelby Bedingfield, and Renee Anderson. Way to go, you guys. It's so awesome. Also, in Team Betsy, we have 12 who are going to Phoenix ISAU in 2 weeks. So, woo! And lastly, we've got Grant Gilman and Chris Petrosky, who launched their website and challenge this week called classicman.net. All right, on to Team Janny. We've got Larry and Tammy Egerter with 2 enrollments and big cycle week. They also brought 2 amazing business builders into their organization. Jenny Schmitz with 2 enrollments and a big cycle week. Way to go, Jenny. We've got Kelly Enkelman, Dr. Paul Vanier, Barbara Gross, all with 1 new enrollment. Heidi West and a few of her Rockstar leaders booked tickets and flights to ICU in Phoenix. Way to go, you guys. And last but not least, we've got Team Jessica. We've got Jeffrey Busham, is the world's most supportive team member. He reached out to 5 inactive associates about chocolate mint who all reactivated. Way to go, Jeffrey. Kelly Verbosch led a team including Denise Wiggins, Adrian McGovern, Barb Kernan, Misty LeBoy, and Kelsey Grimmick to implement a virtual event for the team. Shannon Kane is on a mission to nail Crystal Director. Way to go, you guys. We have so much going on in our groups. It's just really exciting to be able to present all of that to you this evening. So with all of that said, I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to Betsy.
Thanks, Sandy. Great job. Great job, everybody. I'm super excited about this week. When we were asked to find someone to speak on product, my #1 person was Dr. Ina. And I have the privilege of getting to introduce you all to Dr. Ina today. She also, I just want you to know, I'm not going to tell you that, read you the phone number, but twice a week, I want you to know, twice a week, and at 2 different times on Monday and Wednesday, I believe, Dr. Ina does a call for Isagenix, and you can pop on there live and ask any questions, and she's very gracious to answer those for you. So if you have, a question about the products, a struggling cleanser, something like that, she's more than happy to help. I got her bio, and I was so excited after I read it, I had to send it to a couple of my teammates, and I want to read some of it. I can't read it all, but it's just absolutely amazing. Dr. Ina, MSCN, is a retired doctor of chiropractic and clinical nutritionist and holds a master's degree in human nutrition from the University of Bridgeport. Dr. Ina had expertise in stubborn weight loss. Aren't you glad she works with Isagenix? She's an expert in nutritional detoxification and women's health issues. I had no idea that she's been an Amazon #1 best-selling book, Women Living Consciously. She and her husband have done radio and television shows, 12-part cable TV series. This woman knows her stuff. The name of that show is Listen for Your Health. She lives on the Jersey Shore right now. She is a 5-star Golden Circle. She's the 63rd Isagenix millionaire. And it is just my extreme pleasure to introduce Dr. Ina. And I'm happy that she's going to visit with us about the Cleanse for Life. So take it away, Dr. Ina. You're going to have to unmute yourself, babe. Yep. It's just right there on your picture.
Oh, great. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Betsy, and thank you, guys. I am so excited to be here and honored to be on your Zoom meeting. So I'll get right into it with you guys. And as Betsy said, I am available 5 times a week. I do live calls. So for your entire team, if anyone has questions, if they hit a plateau, if they have any concerns, just send them my way. I'm happy to help them. And it's a service that Isagenix provides, which I think is really great to take the burden off of all of you and just throw it my way. So having said that, we're going to talk about Cleanse for Life, which is really the product, if I had to pick one product that I absolutely fell madly in love with 12 and a half years ago, it would be Cleanse for Life. And as you all know, that is one of our core products. And it's really like I feel the flagship program, our cleansing and replenishing program. And way back when my husband and I got on board with Isagenix, the only thing we really had was a 9-day pack of product. For the most part, that's what we had. We didn't have Ionics. We didn't have so many of the wonderful products we have now. But Cleanse for Life was so significant for me because in my clinical practice, I worked a lot with cleansing and detox programs. And so a lot of you understand that Cleanse for Life is the supplement that really provides the cleansing process. And what it's really doing, as other cleansing programs out there are more of, let's say, a colon cleanse or a liver cleanse, or there's a specific target to the cleansing program, ours is really more of a whole body, more of a what we call a cellular cleanse. But what it does is it supports our body's own natural ability to get rid of the toxins. So every single one of us are set up innately. We're born with this amazing detox system already set up within each and every one of us. But the problem is we're not designed to live in such a toxic world. So our bodies need the support. And that's what's so amazing about our Cleanse for Life, because it really does just that. It supports our body's own natural ability to release those impurities. So it's really, really awesome. And it's so critical in this day and age because we know that being toxic has such a negative impact on our health. And we also get the whole connection with obesity. And we can use our cleanse as intermittent fasting, as cleanse days, or as a daily supplement. So I just want to talk a little bit about that. And I know my time's limited, so anything I don't cover, please reach out to me. I'd be happy to answer your questions and get more into the nitty-gritty. But as we all know, we can use our Cleanse for Life as for a deep cleanse day or 2 consecutive cleanse days. And by the way, we never ever do more than 2 consecutive cleanse days. I get a lot of people saying, oh my God, I feel so amazing, I just want to keep going. We do not recommend that. So 1 or 2 cleanse days or Cleanse for Life can be used as a daily cleanse. So let me explain that, because a lot of people have a lot of question about what does that mean and how does that work at all? So there are many reasons that one person or another shouldn't do a full cleanse day. If someone's on lots of medications, it may not be appropriate for them to be fasting. If somebody is training for an event, it may not be appropriate for them to take a day off of putting protein in their body. So there are different reasons, and there's a host of other reasons why somebody may not do a full cleanse day. People with diabetes, can they cleanse? Some can, but not all. So again, it becomes an individual situation. But the daily cleanse is such a great option because what it does, we use Cleanse for Life as a daily supplement to provide daily gentle cleansing. So if we use Cleanse for Life a little bit each day, it's not going to be as dramatic and deep as doing a full cleanse day or, of course, 2 consecutive cleanse days, but it will still support our body's detox system. And so a lot of people say, well, how much do you take and when do you take it? And there's no right or wrong way. So some people will do a little bit in the morning, let's say 1 or 2 or 4 ounces first thing in the morning, whereas other people may do that same amount in the evening. Some people do both. Some people just have cleanse here or there throughout the day. My favorite way to recommend a daily cleanse is to have a couple of ounces at night before bed on an empty stomach. Using the Cleanse for Life on an empty stomach is going to produce the most optimal results, whether we're doing it as a full cleanse day or a daily cleanse. The reason why I like it at night is it's because it's most similar to how we recommend it on a cleanse day. At night, for the most part, people are going to sleep. Hopefully they're not eating throughout the night. It's when their bodies are hopefully resting. So if we can have that right before we go to bed on an empty stomach, so it's not competing with food that's still in our belly, then we can be resting as our body is gently cleansing. So a couple ounces at night is really what I recommend as a daily cleanse. Of course, there are people that love cleansing and they love to do double cleanse days. 1 cleanse day at a time is also a wonderful idea. For those of you just to understand, the first day we do a cleanse, we're doing a lot of burning of the sugar, stored sugar, the glycogen stores. The second day we get into more fat burning. And a lot of people, especially for us seasoned cleansers that have been using cleanse, we know the difference between a 1 or a 2 day cleanse. But I want everyone to understand, so whoever's listening, and to share with your teams, whether it's appropriate or not. We have the option of doing daily cleansing, and putting Cleanse for Life in our body, no matter what, is going to provide that support, that detoxification support, that ability, again, that support for our body to do its thing as far as detox goes. So nobody should ever feel bad if they can't get through a cleansing and they just want to shift over to daily cleansing. They're still going to get great results with our Cleanse for Life. I don't know if there's anything else that you guys want me to cover, or if we're probably running low on time, I would imagine.
I think we're good. There's one question that just popped up on the chat, and it's talking about the vitamins. Dr. Ina, would you mind addressing that before you close out, just whether or not we should be taking the vitamins?
On a cleanse day?
Mm-hmm.
Great question. So you can take the daily packs on a cleanse day, but there are many people that feel a little funky when they take the daily packs on an empty stomach. And since even there's, the little snacks that we have on a cleanse day, and I obviously didn't have time to go into those details, sometimes it's just not enough for people to feel that they're buffered enough. So if people feel a little funky, then just leave them out on a cleanse day, but it's completely fine to take them on our cleanse days.
Okay, great. Well, that was wonderful information. I definitely took some notes and learned some things. Thank you so much for your time and for hopping on. We've got a couple of other big, awesome. Lars Stevens is up in a couple of minutes. And Ina, if you want to stay on the line, you're more than welcome to. But thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. My pleasure. Sure, I'll stick around. Why not?
Okay. Appreciate your time.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Yeah, Lauren?
Thank you. Thanks again, Dr. Ina, and thank you, Sandy, for doing the awesome recognition. You guys, week 11, oh my gosh, and hopefully, I love a few weeks ago when Chris had everybody do their evaluation on where you are on belief, on the products, on yourself, on the company, on the compensation plan, everything, and each week we're just trying to make sure you're 10 out of 10 and bulletproof on that. And so tonight, I am super excited to introduce not only my dear friend, but she's also a one-star Crystal executive. She is amazing. She's been only building just a few months, but has a huge heart of service, is just so in love with what she's doing. But her whole journey started with the product. So Melanie, are you there, hon?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
We can.
Awesome. Well, I'm so excited to talk about core beliefs tonight. Talked to Lauren about it the other day, and she reminded me that the core beliefs when we're talking about doing our Isagenix business are belief in ourself, in the comp plan, in the products, in the network marketing industry, and I already said the comp plan. So in order to be successful, we want to be a 10 out of 10 in all of these. And today I'm going to talk to you guys just for a couple minutes about how I believe that the most important core belief is belief in our products. And that if you are a 10 out of 10 in belief in our products, it makes running your business so much easier. So before I start, I'll just give you a quick rundown on myself. Before I started Isagenix, I was tired. I was holding on to 10 to 20 pounds of post-baby weight after 3 babies, killing myself at the gym with no results, and was tired all the time. After starting Isagenix, I now feel like I'm bouncing with energy. I'm below pre-pregnancy weight. I only work out when I have time and when it's something I enjoy. And I have convenient superfood nutrition at my fingertips. So starting all this, I had no intention of doing the business side. I swore it off. However, the products work so well and everybody wanted to look and feel the way I was. So the referrals came and the business started without me even trying, simply because I was a product of the product. So I came to realize that it wasn't necessarily what the words I was saying. It was the recruiting just happened with my passion for the products and living, breathing, eating, and sleeping them. And people just couldn't help but getting excited. So I truly believe that all those other pillars, the comp plan, belief in yourself, the network marketing industry, I think they all fall into place once you have that belief that the products work so well. And then you have confidence in yourself as well. For example, I didn't really even understand the comp plan and I hit Crystal Executive. Why? Because I was simply running out, sharing, and being excited about the products. I knew nothing about network marketing. I still don't know if I really know anything about it, but I believe in it now because I love the paychecks. So definitely a believer in that. So in short, I just want to tell you guys, in order to continue to grow in this business and with Isagenix, you need to be a 10 out of 10 in all of the areas. But I truly believe that if you are a 10 out of 10 in the products, that all those other areas just fall into place. You're understanding the comp plan, network marketing, and yourself and your confidence. So in the end, what I want you to take away from this is here we are as leaders developing our business. When you have someone that you want to invest time in to help them grow their business and build their business, before you run with them, before you do invest that time, make sure that they are rock solid in the products. Make sure they're understanding the products, using the products morning, noon, and night, living, breathing, eating, sleeping that, because I firmly believe without being a 10 out of 10 in the products, you sort of don't stand a chance in succeeding in the rest of them. So.
Melanie, thank you. That's so awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's so true. We were on a leaders call last week, and that's exactly what Jay Bennett and Eric Coover were saying, that 100% you've got to be on those products and just eat, sleep, and drink them. It's for sure. Eat food. Isn't that what Kathy Coover says? Okay, you guys. Thanks again, Melanie.
Yeah, thank you guys.
I'm so excited to introduce our inspiring guest speaker tonight. I'm sure you all know her story. I'm going to briefly go over it. She's been on stage so many times in the last couple of years. In 2.5 years, she's reached a 7-figure income. And, I don't tell you that to impress you, but to impress upon you that this is real and that you can have that opportunity too. It's just how bad you want it and how bad you want to go to work. Her husband was in the Marines and he was away, and she made a decision. She had 3 tiny babies, and she made a decision to go to work with her mentors and her family and her friends, and she got really busy. She absorbed isagenixbusiness.com, and she followed the yellow brick road. She followed the path and the tracks that Isagenix just easily lays out for all of us. She's been a START ambassador in 2015. She was Leader of the Year, Isagenix Millionaire in Celebration, 2015 Spirit of Isagenix recipient. She and John just continue to build and pour amazing greatness into their team. And that's one thing that I just love about them, is they they're just such give backers, you know, and that's the culture at Isagenix. That's what I love. She's a mother of 3 and now 4 on the way. So that's so exciting. So with all of that, I just want to introduce Laura Stevens. She's a 9-star platinum, and get this part, you guys, 15-star crystal executive. That means she's enrolled 15 people that she has helped get to crystal executive. So she is a rock star leader. So Laura, we're so happy that you're on the call tonight. Thank you for taking this time.
You bet. Thank you so much. That was such a nice introduction, Betsy. I love you so much. You guys are so lucky to be on this call with Betsy because she poured so much into me and my team, and we would not be here. I still remember when Kelly had her call me and message me in those first couple months as I was running. I mean, the welcome that I got and the support, and she's been so willing to jump on and do things for my team. So Betsy, I appreciate you and thank you so much. So you guys are so blessed. And this is the culture that I stepped into. This is the culture that Betsy and Janie and Kelly and those above, Cindy, created. And I was really lucky to have all of them as mentors and examples for me, because it really allowed us to not have to be as inventive. We kind of stepped in and saw this is how it needs to be. It was a culture that we felt really attached to from the start, and giving back was just a way of life, was a way of doing business for our team. So you guys are blessed, and I'm excited to be here tonight. It has been a day of days for me in so many ways, as it would be, right? But it is a blessed day, and I just love getting on and getting to see other teams and see so many people, some faces I know, some faces I don't. I am actually here in Gretna, Nebraska now. We moved from San Diego, California to the Midwest. That's where God took us, and it was more of a family move for us. Definitely not for the weather, but we are enjoying ourselves and meeting new people and getting ourselves established and all the challenges and good things that come with that. We're right in the midst of it. So what I would like to do to talk to you guys about tonight is really challenging yourself in these last couple weeks. The 90-day game plan is long. It can feel long at times. 3 months is a long time to be working consistently hard. But what we're doing on our team, and I'm sure what you guys are doing right now, is ramping up to make November the most epic month ever. It is the first day of a brand new month. So you get to start fresh. You get to really set the tone for how you want to end 2016. And I know for us, there were goals that some of us set back at NYKO that we still haven't hit yet. Some of you might be new. Some of you have been here for a while. And what I can tell you is one of the reasons why we've been so successful is we set tangible goals with dates, and we ran to those goals like our family's future and whole entire life depended on it. And my why was so strong. I never wanted to be in debt again. I never wanted to not be able to live a life of choice. I wanted to help as many people as I could. All of these things accumulated into this drive in me that when I would set a goal, I know that I would do everything in my power to reach it. And sometimes for me, I had to have Kelly set that goal, because most often we set ourselves short a little bit and kind of think, sorry, we're having chaos in the background with my family. But what we do is maybe pick a safe goal for ourselves and stay in that safe bubble knowing we can hit it, rather than setting ourselves high, our sights high on something that could really be hard and that could cause us to grow and have to do more to get to that place. But once you do set those goals, and once Kelly started to set that for me, I realized every time I was so out of my comfort zone. I was talking to people I was terrified to talk to. I was doing posts on Facebook I said I would never ever do, or doing things almost every night to get myself to that goal, to make sure that I wasn't going to fail. So what I would suggest to you guys is, one, go back to those goals at New Year's kickoff. Go back to those goals you set after celebration. Have you hit them yet? If not, November's your month. You have weeks to, I have seen so many people go from manager to executive in a week after being manager for years, because they finally decided, I'm done settling. I'm done just coasting along. I want this. And they made it their reality. So what I would say you need to do is take the dry erase marker, I have some back here, and go write your goal in your mirror. Put it on the background of your phone. Tell everyone you love, you care about, that is close to you about your goal, and get to work. We have weeks before the holidays begin. I'm kind of laughing as I saw so many people kind of partying and enjoying Halloween, and it's like, oh, it's the holidays. Yes, the holidays will come, but now it's still time to work. You have the chance to affect lives. You have the chance to help people bring in some great income, to have that extra spending money over the holidays. You have the chance to set people up on healthy lifestyles going into a really busy season. Maybe it's not about losing weight for these people right now. I think sometimes we focus so much on the weight loss and the transformations that people think, I don't want to do that over the holidays. But would you like to live in a place where you could focus and be present and enjoy the holiday season, where you know that you have an option when you splurge at a holiday party to pick up a shake the next morning and get some good nutrition in your body to feel good? That's kind of been our mantra, I guess, for me especially, because there's no way I'm melting or losing anything this holiday season. That would not be right? I'm pregnant. No. But for me, it's helped open my eyes to this whole group of people I feel like I've almost been ostracizing, because I think that we can help people just be healthy over the holiday season, live that life of moderation. And then maybe come January, they want to take it to the next level and start to cleanse and start to really transform. But why not just help people have a little extra money, or live in a healthy way? So those are just some things when you are running for your goals. This time is huge. It is not the time to stop. I know another seasonal shake is coming out this month. I know that so many teams are doing challenges and fun things over the holidays. Jump in, be a part of that. We are doing a holiday melt challenge that any of you can join. I don't know if you've talked about it yet, or I'm sure you have your own, or I don't know what's happening, but it is open to anyone in Isagenix. So if you guys don't have something and want to jump in, let me know. Let Kelly or I know. Betsy's probably in it, or can jump in. We can add you. But get to work. So what I would say is go back, look at your goals. Secondly, I think it's really important that you set up meetings, coffees, launch parties, something where you are getting in front of your prospects. You are being an intentional business builder. And I know that if you are around Lauren or around other leaders, they're probably setting meetings. They have things that you can invite people to. But I have to tell you, when I started to build, I was in San Diego by myself. Kelly was not there. The only other leader was Zach and Eden Slobin, and they were so nice to include me in Super Saturdays, but we were not doing business events together. So I had to set them up. I did so many things. I did Friday morning play dates. I did lunches, coffees. We did family barbecues where we would invite friends over. I mean, the holidays is the best time to coordinate fun things. Maybe do a holiday wreath making session and let them taste some shakes while they're there. Get people to come over and make some show them some different crock pot recipes and have a little tasting. You guys need to be intentional business builders and need to be putting yourselves and organizing things, putting yourselves in front of prospects and organizing things that you can invite people to, and you can have your team inviting people to as well. I was just speaking with someone earlier today, and I said, you need to plan out the next 3 months, because the next 3 months are going to be crazy. But if you know you have something on the schedule in 2 weeks, when you run into that old friend at a grocery store, when you are at a holiday party and someone's like, oh my gosh, I've seen what you're doing. What is it? You can come right in and say, hey, you know what? Why don't you come do this? In about 2 weeks, we're doing this fun thing in my house. I'd love to have you come. I'll send you the info. You already have it planned. You are being intentional. It is there. So I think that's something, again, going into this season that we need to be intentional for. But when I am running to goals, especially, that is when I'm going for it. And I have those things set up that I can be that business builder and invite people to. I also think it's really important that you take time to set up your social media ahead of time too. I think that so often we're like, oh my gosh, what am I going to post? What am I going to post? And you find a random picture or a random quote and you're just like, and post it. Again, if you are a business builder and you want to hit those goals, you need to be intentional about setting your posts up ahead of time, or at least having some fun ideas. So what I like to do in times when I have a little extra time is I will go through Pinterest and save some pictures I love. I will look at other leaders in Isagenix and take screenshots of photos of, things that I like that they've done, and then make them my own with my own picture and my own wording, but just get inspiration from other people. This is not the business of you have to make everything new and amazing. This is a business of duplication. So go online, put yourself in. One of the things I did at the beginning is I went to ISAFYI.com. I went to the recognition tab and I looked at the top 50 or whatever, the top 10, top 20 income earners, and I just followed them on social media. Most of them, you can't friend request them anymore, but I just followed them and really found, okay, which ones do I connect with their social media? What do I like that they're doing? And again, was careful not to copy exactly what they were doing, put my own pictures in, use some of my own wording, but they were doing something right, and that's where I wanted to be. So that helped give me that inspiration for social media. So I could, again, be intentional, plan a little bit ahead. So I had these good posts going. And I'm sure you guys have talked about social media, but I would say if you have, these last weeks, you should have a good, what I would call a power post or a great, powerful post set up at least every Sunday night or every Monday night for these last few weeks of the 90-day game plan. I think it's really important. And that's something you can start working on now. I would also, why not make a new list? One of my favorite things to do is when I have some downtime or I'm running for one of these big goals, I go through my Facebook contacts, I go through all of my Facebook messages, and I go through my phone contacts, because what I find is there are often people who asked me 6 months ago what I'm doing that maybe I got back to once and forgot to follow up with. And I'm like, oh, I need to write them again. Or maybe someone wrote me and I never responded because it was a crazy time or I thought I did. So for me, that jumps there. And it even says to me, okay, you know what? This person would be really great in my business. I think this could bless her a lot. I don't openly go to that person and say, you need to join me and sign up now. I say, I'm going to set up a coffee with her to get intentionally together, to just chat about life. And if I'm doing my social media well, or it comes up, I'll tell her what I'm doing. Just doing those things can really help. But what I found to be most effective at the end of the day is rallying those who love you. I think we get afraid to share with friends and family especially when running for goals. We don't want anyone to ever feel pushed or coerced into supporting us. But I can tell you that every single one of your family members eats. Maybe most of them drink coffee. I bet they use hand lotion. So it might be like, hey, Grandma, I'm running for a really big goal right now. Is there anything that you would love to, purchase from our company? It would help me so much. Those are some of the people that helped me at the beginning, that rallied behind me. My grandma bought some strawberry shakes and some Ionics. She still loves it, but and so it's getting some of those people it's telling your best friend who signed up 6 months ago, who's never signed up anyone else. Hey, Jessica, you know what? We have these great holiday groups we can get people into. I would love to help you find 2 people. Not only would it help you, but honestly, I'm running for a really big goal that means a lot to me. And it would help me if you could help, chat with some people, or I could help talk to them for you. Being bold and passionate and confident about where you want to go and those goals, and not wanting to ever let those goals slip by, is something that truly will make a difference. Mm-hmm. So those are just some of the kind of main tips I want to throw out there, because I want you guys to find me at NYKO and high five me and be like, I did it, Laura. I got that goal. It didn't slip through my fingers. There's not time for that. You can start momentum at any time in your business. All of you deserve to be living the life you dream to be, living out what you want Isagenix to be for you. And that's different for everyone, right? But don't be complacent and don't give up now. You have so much time left, and this is the perfect time to jump back in and go for it.
That is awesome, Laura. Thank you so much.
Laura, we love you.
I love you.
I mean, so many takeaways, and I wrote mad notes. So we're going to be posting that in our Facebook group. And so thank you so much for pouring that greatness into it. It's so possible. I love the one scary thing every day. Do something scary. You're never going to grow if you don't do something scary. Oh, I could go on, but we're going to move to week 11 with Lauren Sims. And, Lauren's she is a rock star. I mean, this girl, she goes to Top Achievers. She's in the leadership pool. She's in everything that Isagenix offers. The Derby winners, Where'd you just go? Everywhere, all over the Mediterranean. I mean, the President's Quest. I mean, this girl, let's take some great advice from Lauren Sims tonight. 5-star Golden Circle. Take it away, babe.
Thank you, Betsy. And thanks again, Laura and Dr. Ina, if you guys are still on. We'd love having you join. And all of these calls, when we're done after the week 12, are going to be public on the YouTube channel. So you're welcome to go through. We've had amazing, great speakers like Chris Harder and Jimmy Smith and Eric Cooper, Kathy Cooper, just great, great people. We, much like, oops, I just forgot my earring. We, much like everybody else, want to be like one team and just share all of this goodness. So a lot of the stuff that I was going to train on tonight that's in the back office on the 90-day game plan is, I'm going to actually, hold on one second. Betsy, will you mute? It's pulling you up as the speaker, and just for the recording that it's not in gallery view. Thank you. It was just going to kind of touch of what's on there and what's in the 90-day game plan, but I wanted you guys to just know that Janie and Jess both send their love. Jess has got a lot of stuff with her family tonight and took her freebie, but we're filling in for her. And Janie is actually flying back from Phoenix. She's been down there and hanging out, doing some stuff down there and actually at the corporate office, but she's mid-flight, hoping to try and get on at the end. And so Betsy and I are excited to be here. But you guys, I loved every single thing that Laura said, everything. And I remember Eric Cooper once telling me it was the first reset I was a part of when I joined Isagenix, that the majority of the people that go executive either do it right in the beginning when they first join and they just get into massive action, or they do it at the end. They do it right before the deadline, right before the reset, or right before, their days coming up or the goal. And it's really true. Like Chris talked to us a lot last week about how to get momentum and that the speed of the leader is the speed of the pack. And Laura's suggesting some great, great things. But this week, you guys, the 90-day game plan in the back office, if you opt in and watch week 11, it's talking about social media, right? And with your posts, to be positive, to be authentic to your personality, accurate, with your lifestyle. Like we don't want to be, exaggerating or, telling things that are not actually happening, compliant, and then not too Isagenix focused, right? And so one of the first things that Janie told me when she started working with me was nothing negative on your wall, right? It doesn't mean that we have these perfect lives and we're not trying to create a facade, but people aren't on Facebook for drama. Like people don't want to get on and see people complaining, see people whining. That's not why they're there. People have enough of that in their jobs, in their own homes, in their own lives, that we get to be the ones that are inspiring, that are uplifting, that are positive, whether that's a quote, that might be a Bible verse, it's something fun, it's something exciting, it's a cute picture, but it's always positive, and we see the Debbie Downers, you see those people that are just complaining, and that's not the type of people you want to attract into your business. And so when you're posting, I love what Laura was saying about putting thought into it and don't just sticking something up and rushing, because people can feel that. But actually, like, what is the message that you're trying to put out? What is it that you're trying to achieve? And is there value? Sometimes I think about that post, the formula that we talk about, 10-4-1. And it's like, if you have 15 posts out there, but 15 posts that do nothing for anybody, don't post just to post, right? It's like talking just to talk. That make sure there's value. Like, who are you trying to achieve? How does it impact them? Why are you doing it? What's passionate in your heart? And that's what's really going to draw people in. Laura did a great job right now of just saying, like, we all duplicate from each other. We all are inspired from each other. We all learn from each other. But when you screenshot someone's exact post and put it up, or you just hit the share button, you're being lazy and you're being disingenuous. You're not in your authentic self. But if I see Betsy write something and I was like, ooh, that was a good picture. Like, she's got it going on, right? And I can get inspired and say, okay, now how can I find a similar picture? How can I write this in Lauren's voice and not Betsy's voice? And together we're impacting more people and we're sharing the same message, but we're both being authentic. Betsy might have something related to Halloween because she has kids. I don't have kids, but how can we both get a message across on like what to do with extra candy? How do we donate all this, candy, or get that out of our homes that we don't have temptation? We both can put some type of public service, health and wellness message out there, but it's going to come across in a really, really different way. When we talk about being accurate and being compliant, you guys, Isagenix is an amazing company. We want this to be a legacy company. We don't want you to not post. We don't want you to be in fear that you can't say something because of compliance, but it is worth paying attention. And it's also, we just want to remind you guys that if people up above or people cross-line or someone in the company is giving feedback, be receptive. No one's trying to like put down your post and say it's not a good post. We're trying to protect the company. We want this to be around for decades and centuries to bless people's lives physically and financially. that if someone reaches out to you and says, hey, that's not compliant, or hey, can you edit that post, or hey, we need you to take that down, it's not because we're not excited that you're celebrating and you're posting. It's because we want to protect the company. And so just remember that we can't have income claims. We can't talk about specific numbers. And we're not treating anything. We're not diagnosing anything. We can't say things like the specific amount of weight loss and the exact time frame in the same sentence. It has to be one or the other. Isagenix has amazing info on compliance. If you guys have never seen the video, Share Isagenix the Right Way, I would highly encourage you to watch it. It just talks about how to protect this company. So when you're posting on Facebook, be consistent, have fun, be authentic. But the main thing that I just want to leave you with on this topic is there providing value? Don't post just to post. You're going to end up losing followers. When you think about, why do people follow Les Brown? Why do people follow Deepak Chopra? Why do people follow Oprah? Why are people following Tony Robbins? It's because there's value. So whether you're adding humor, you're adding inspiration, you're adding inclusiveness, you're adding education, just ask, is there value? Who's benefiting from this post? So the next thing that I kind of want to chat with you guys about is, how do you respond to some of the comments, right? How are you dealing with the people that are liking your stuff or commenting, and how can you make these lead generations, right? How can you engage those people? What was that? You got that? Sorry, we're in another room and there's sound coming out of one of these computers. That was the weirdest thing that happened. Sorry, Rachel's gonna fix it. It was a guy's voice talking all of a sudden. Anyways, and so when we're thinking about how you do the comments, you guys, there are people that are watching you, and they're watching you all the time. And the way that you can kind of find out or test the waters, if you're posting about Isagenix, right? Whether it's about the e-shot or it's about the shake or it's a before and after picture, right? Or something. And people don't necessarily like or comment, but let's say you put something up totally different. So right now my car lease is up, and I'm gonna put a post up that's hey, I'm looking at the Lexus IS and the Mercedes C-Class. What do you guys think? I can tell you right now that post is gonna have a ton of comments. Everybody wants to voice their opinion. There's gonna be a lot of people voting on car A or car B, and you can see whose newsfeed you're showing up in, right? You can see who's following you. And those are the people that you're okay, let me go, figure out these algorithms so I can show up in their newsfeed more, right? So let's say that Betsy doesn't like anything when I post about the e-shot, right? And Miranda doesn't like anything when I post about the shake. And Rachel doesn't like anything when I post about my cleanse day, right? But all of them like it when I post about the car. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on Betsy's profile, and I'm gonna find a few recent posts to like and to comment on, right? And I'm gonna go to Rachel's, and I'm gonna go to Miranda's. And what happens is Facebook goes, oh, Betsy liked what Lauren did. Lauren liked what Betsy did. They're a match. I'm gonna make sure they show up in each other's newsfeed more frequently. So to all of your posts, every once in a while, put a post out there that's asking for audience feedback. You're asking for insight because you can see whose newsfeed you're showing up in, and then drip on them, right? That doesn't mean you message them and go, hey, we're doing a holiday program. Do you want to opt in on the, holiday healthy challenge? But I go on them. I say, oh my gosh, your Halloween pictures were so cute. Oh my gosh, your daughter dressed up as a lobster was the cutest thing I've ever seen, right? And I and I comment, and then guess what they're gonna see? They're gonna see me post about the holiday page. They're gonna see me post about a transformation, and you drip and you drip and you drip. That's one way. So if you've ever noticed, you're seeing the same people in your newsfeed. I have 5,000 friends, but I feel I see the same 20 people all the time. Change it, because you're showing up for the same 20 people too. And there's a way that you can kind of outsmart the computer with that, so you show up in new people's newsfeed. Another way, you guys, I love Isagenix and I love everybody in it, but I'm not wanting to just see the choir, right, that we all preach to. I want to see other people, because I'm looking for the person that's looking for solutions. I want to find the person that's complaining that they have to go to their second job, or their pants don't fit, or something that I can reach out to. So without unfriending people, you can unfollow. If you go through and on the right side, as you're going through the newsfeed, you can click on Miranda, unfollow, Rachel, unfollow, Melanie, unfollow, right? Because I don't want them to be the one showing up my newsfeed. I love Denise, she's a great friend, right? But we're preaching to the same choir. I want to find new people, right? And then I see new people that I've friended, or that I've met out, that I can comment on, that you're never running out of leads online. I think that when you understand that Facebook or LinkedIn is really an unlimited amount of people, you can figure out how to capitalize on this. But Facebook also has realized what we're doing. Facebook knows that people are selling on there, right? And they want people to use Facebook ads. And so they've changed it. If you ask people 2 or 3 years ago, they put a post up and how many people came out and how easy it was to build on social media. it's gotten a little bit more challenging, right? It's gotten a little bit more complicated. And so before I switch into the next subject was, how do you have your network marketing skills and not just rely on posting and having someone reach out to you, right? But how do you maximize who's showing up in your newsfeed and vice versa? So when people are liking or someone is commenting on your stuff, it's okay to send a message, right? If someone likes your post, they might not say, hey, can you tell me more about that? But you can just message them and say, hey, just want to say thanks for liking my post. I really appreciate your support. And they might say something like, yeah, of course. Or they might say, yeah, I've been totally curious about what you're doing, right? We don't really know, but you have to initiate the conversation. I knew from day one when I opened up my practice, clients were not going to walk in the door and be like, hi, I'm here. Like, I heard you're a nutritionist. I knew I had to be hungry, right? I had to be a go-getter as an entrepreneur. So I did farmers markets booths, and I did Groupons and living socials and health and wellness fairs and all this stuff, because I was constantly putting myself out there to generate clients that would, become a referral-based business. Isagenix is the same way, so like Laura was saying, all the things that she did in San Diego because her upline was somewhere else. I have the same upline in Spokane, and I built in Denver on my own, and I joined a BNI, and I joined Toastmasters, and I went to meetup groups and all these other ways that you can meet people, because social media is only one of them. But here's the thing too, when I go out, if I meet a bartender, if I meet a Lyft driver, or I meet, someone at a meetup group, I don't try and enroll them right then, right? But we connect on Facebook. But then I have to make sure I'm dripping enough that they get curious, and I have to be liking and commenting enough genuinely that we're building a relationship online that then we can come offline. Sometimes it takes months, you guys, sometimes it takes a year, sometimes it takes 2 years. But if you're consistent and you're, stable and you're positive and you're trustworthy, inevitably when it's that person's season, when it's their right time, they're going to come to you. There was a girl I prospected 3 years ago, and last week she was like, hey, I'm ready. I want to try it. But there wasn't a question in her mind who she was going to reach out to for Isagenix, because I've been building this brand. I've dripped on her. I've followed up with her, right? I've maintained a relationship outside of Isagenix with her as well, right? We don't want it to only be about Isagenix. Like, that's the genuine part. If you're saying, oh, I feel like I'm selling people something, it's because you are, and that's your ulterior motive. But if you're helping and you're serving them, but in the process, also caring about other things like the kids' soccer games or whatever holiday party, you're spending time outside of that, people will feel that. So just remember that when people are liking on your stuff, like my good friend Quinn and Marie Moran once told me that they've got big Post-its that they put up in their office, and every time someone likes something or every time someone comments it, they kind of add them to their list. They add them to their list. And that way, when they do sit down to do their 3x3 or they are prospecting, they have another way that they've built their active list, right? And they can just reach out and be like, hey, Ashley, how are you? Like, I just wanted to say thanks for all the love. I know you like my posts all the time. It means a lot to me, right? And Ashley might be like, totally, you're super inspiring. Like, I'm a fitness girl too. I love everything you're doing. And it starts the conversation, right? Or sometimes, you guys, I'm really direct and I'm like, I don't know how we know each other. Like, I don't know if I friended you or you friended me, but I love all your support and I'd love to get to know you better. Like, would you be up to go work out together, go do cardio, go grab coffee or lunch, right? And then you talk and then you hang out and you can take this offline. But one of the things that Isagenix is talking about this week in the 90-day game plan, when you guys go into week 11, is that social media is one avenue, but it can't be the sole thing that we rely on. And if you think about all the network marketers that have gone before us, if we go back 50 years, 75 years from now, like, I always think about this, and people tell me network marketing is hard. I'm like, you guys, if I had to do this 20 years ago before email and before Facebook, and we had a phone tree and we were hoping that every single person did the phone tree to get to the event, or I had to like fax invites or something, I would never do this. That I would still be waiting tables, right? And I think sometimes because of LinkedIn or because of Facebook or because of Instagram, we've gotten lazy or we've forgotten the other skills that go with this. Social media is great to connect. It's great to brand. But when you think about network marketing, it's a people business. It's a relationship business. And that means you have to connect with people. You have to build trust. You have to build rapport. People buy things from people they know, like, and trust. And just because you put a transformation photo up online, well, you're one of millions these days. That doesn't mean people are going to trust you, right? So just kind of think about that. Some of the great ways, Laura suggested some, and I've dropped some on this call, that you can go out and meet new people, because people are like, oh my gosh, where do I meet people? Where do I meet people? I don't know where to meet people. I'm out of my warm market. And people will ask me here in Denver, I can't believe you open up all your calls. Why do you open up all of your events? Like, don't you think they're in competition with you? And I'm like, have you ever been to a Starbucks that's not busy? in San Francisco, there's one in every 4 corners on the same block, and they're all busy, right? And that's because people are looking for information, right? They're looking for a certain product and service, and they know that it has value, that they don't have to compete with each other. And Isagenix is the same way, you guys. We couldn't help everybody if we wanted to. But you have to be proactive. You know, like Tanya Kirkpatrick says, you have to live your life out loud with Isagenix. You know, like when I cleanse, I carry that big old Cleanse for Life bottle around. And when I go get a pedicure that day, because inevitably I'm going to be drinking it, someone's going to ask what's in there. I'll schedule a 3-way call so someone asks what I do. You know, you don't have to wear bedazzled Isagenix shirts and hats everywhere you go, but talk about the products. You know, see when people are looking for solutions. Don't be shy to say, oh my gosh, I'm in the health and wellness industry and I would love to help you with that. When Laura talked about that people are looking for extra income this time of year, wealth creation is a huge one of our solutions. She is so spot on that all we talk about sometimes is weight loss. We get so wrapped up in a 30-day system and cleansing that we forget, you know, our performance line, or we forget just the energy line, but we don't talk about the business first. We're never going to be a pyramid scheme, you guys. We have so many more product users than business builders, but you can lead with the vision and bring the products in. You can lead with the business and say, there's an amazing opportunity, right? And cast the vision and work backwards that you say it's simple. First, I'm going to get you incredibly healthy. You're going to be a 10 out of 10. And then by reaching this goal, we're going to share with your friends and family, which is going to become the vehicle to create the life that you want. Or this is the way that we're going to generate residual and supplemental income. I'm not just going to make a pyramid thing and that you buy something and you sell something and you make all this money, but you can still lead with the opportunity and then reverse back to the products. We can go products to business really well, but the other way, and you guys, just so you know, tomorrow morning I'm interviewing Alex Sabat on my team, who's a crystal executive, because Isagenix changed her life 2 Christmases ago, almost 2 years to the date. She had no money. She tells an amazing story about how Santa wasn't going to be able to come for her 2 little kids. And she made $1,000 in a couple weeks by you plus 2, them plus 2, you know, double pips. And then Isagenix made Christmas happen for her family. And I'm interviewing her tomorrow because I think it's going to be a great podcast for everybody to share and for everybody to learn from, that Isagenix can help you financially as much as physically. And people are looking for that this time of year. You are going to meet friends and family. You're going to hear conversations of people saying, oh my gosh, you know, little Johnny asked for XYZ and we just can't afford it this year. Or, oh, I wanted to go back home to, you know, New York to see my family this year and we just can't afford flights, right? I mean, people are going to be buried in debt, trying to get everything that they want for Christmas and overbuying gifts that they probably can't afford, or buying dresses and purses to show up at the party the right way because they're insecure, right? And spending money that they don't have. Cast the vision, show people how with $150 investment, you know, just opening up their account, like Laura said, with coffee, Ionix, and shakes, it doesn't have to be a 30-day system, how they can turn around and make their money back and some, right? Isagenix changed my life in November and December of 2013. I was the top enroller in December of 2013. And I mean, I blew it out of the water in 2015 because I was qualifying for Welcome Home. I wanted that so bad. When we are saying that you can choose whenever to be in momentum in your business, do not let the holidays deter you, guys. Do not even for 1 second think like, oh, people are going to wait till January to do this. No one wants to do a cleanse in December. Nobody can afford this. I mean, this is a time to build. You know, I loved what Chris said last week. If you want to either sprint or if you want to limp into the holidays. But when we're thinking about all the different ways, I mean, you can get people healthy. Our shakes boost your immune system. Talk about that it's cold and flu season, and this amazing nutritional superfood is a great immune support, you know, a support for your immune health. You know, think about the stress. Imagine when someone is on Ionix and not on Ionix, and they have to go shopping after a long day at work, and there's lines out the wazoo, and they've got a really annoying cashier register. If that person has Ionix, how much more patient and understanding they're going to be. And without it, they're going to fly off the handle. They're hangry. Their blood sugar's tanking, right? They want to get home. They've got all this stuff to do. So think about all of our products and everything that we can lead with. Make gift bags. How fun is it to give people samples of what we do? I mean, I knew someone last year, she tied an Isa Delight on every single package that she did, or, you know, put it in every single card. You can make little bags, and shakes might not be like the best gift, but body lotion is a great one. You know, people give skincare picks all the time from Estee Lauder or Aveda. We have a great skincare line. I mean, some of your products are sample bags, you know, for teachers or your dentist, your orthodontist, or go drip on them. And like Laura was saying, and I just want to piggyback on it, right now throughout the holidays, we can just help people maintain, right? We can help people feel good and feel energized. But guess what? Come January, when that New Year's resolution is here, we're going to be the ones they think of. We're going to be the ones that they come to. So go out there, you guys, go to a local event, go to more parties, host more parties, go to a new gym, go to a new workout class. You're not going to meet people sitting in your kitchen. If you go to the same coffee shop every single day, you go to the same gym every single day, and you eat out at lunch at the same restaurant all the time, you're not going to meet new people. So put yourself out there. I encourage you guys all as homework, like literally go take a new class, sign up for a TRX class, or go take a spin class at a new gym, try a new gym. They all give a free week guest pass. Go do something that you're going to be able to go meet new people. And make sure you have stuff lined up. You guys, I felt so disconnected the last few weeks when we were at President's Quest. And for every second of that trip, I was grateful and we had so much fun. But they put us on a boat that didn't have any Wi-Fi, which is really hard for a network marketer, all of us. I mean, Trudy, Laura, and I were like, I'm going to swim home because we wanted to come home and like be back in our business. But to be back in the mojo and back in the flow. And on this Saturday, you guys, I'm doing Saturday scones. And my assistant and I, planned out some healthy recipes. She was baking today these gluten-free pumpkin pie scones that we're using the pumpkin pie shake with. I'm going to make the chocolate mint shake, and it's going to be super, super fun. Next week, with one of my newest builders, we're doing a virtual online party. I mean, we're in action. I'm not even thinking that Thanksgiving is around the corner. I'm not worried about Christmas. I'm worried about serving as many people as we can and sharing all of our solutions. So Eric Worre says the beginning of the month is when you do your text blitz, right? This is when you fill your calendar. It takes 1 hour. Text as many people as you can, and all you're trying to do is set as many appointments as you can. You're not talking about Isagenix. You're not talking about holiday challenges. You're not talking about cleanses. It's just like, hey, Betsy, long time no chat. When can we catch up? Melanie, long time no chat. Let's go to lunch. Laura, let's go work out this week. Denise, let's grab lunch. Miranda, you want to go to happy hour this week? Rachel, let's go work out. Hey, how's it going? Long time. When can we catch up, right? Text, 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 text. It doesn't matter if they're in town, out of town. Get on the phone with them, go to coffee, go to lunch, go for a walk, take your dogs to the dog park, whatever it is, because inevitably when you're connecting, how are things going? What have you been up to? It's going to come up that you're doing. You can share the story, and then either people are going to be ready or they're going to think of you when they are ready. But the more appointments you have, the more enrollments you're going to have. The more appointments you have, the more conversations you're going to have. So the homework for you guys, because Jessica's not here to be like yelling at you guys, yes, you can, and delivering the homework, that we want you to go through some of your most recent social media posts that had a lot of traffic, a lot of comments, or a lot of likes, right? You know which ones you're like, whoa, there's a lot of people liking this one. Sometimes it's not even the one you strived for. But go grab your last 3 or 5 or 10 posts that had a lot of comments, a lot of likes, make a list of all of those people and reach out to them. Facebook message them, text them, thank them for supporting you, thank them for their encouragement, right? And start the conversation. Step 2 of your homework, and Betsy, maybe if you want to type this in the group while I'm talking, that would be awesome. Step 2, we want you guys to go do something this week new, where you're going to go meet new people. So a networking event, a meetup group, a new workout class, go somewhere new. Put yourself in front of a group of people that you are going to be able to connect, that you can go make a new friend, all right? So that's homework number 1 and homework number 2. And then homework number 3, you guys schedule an event in November before Thanksgiving, whether it's an online party, a tasting party, you want to do a in-person tasting party, do something. I love Laura's crockpot ideas. I snagged from her. She did a launch party that was around salad in a jar, and all these people came over and made a salad in a jar, and then she dripped Isagenix in there. Think about that. You could do a holiday, Christmas cooking party, and do a tasting party at that point. But think about in November a fun holiday themed party that you could share Isagenix with. And again, it's not about weight loss, but it's just ways that we can get healthy, support each other, get people additional income, give them culture, our love, our positivity, or whatever that may be. So that being said, you guys, we are right at 7 o'clock. Dr. Ina, thank you so much for your wisdom on Cleanse for Life. Laura, thank you so much for just telling them to get to work, because I totally agree, and we're fired up with you. Jess and Janny, we love you. And Melanie, thank you for sharing your story. And Sandy, thank you guys for opening it up. We love you guys, and we'll see you next Monday for week 12 with Eric Hoover. Final week. Bye, guys.
Thanks, Lauren. You're awesome.
Thanks, Lauren.
Good job, everybody. Thanks, Lauren. Love it.
Bye, guys.
Thank you so much. Good work.
Thank you.
Thank you.